Hi, everybody. I'm not sure if this story starts in 1757, 1985, or the present. So I'll just go over it. On the way over here, I'm the Laura that Shari was talking about, and I said something that triggered her story, and I had no idea what all I could think of was Good Vibrations, Beach Boys. And my phone is out of data, so I couldn't even get it on YouTube to listen to the words to figure out if there was anything there. Anyway, my story goes back to 1757. Greenwood Farm is one of the old farmhouses from the 1700s that my stepfather bought in 1971. Oh, that was the other year, 1971. And he bought this property with his wife and two sons, and they were going to move in and they were going to have a happy life together. But they got divorced, and his wife moved out and took her sons, and it was a terrible, terrible breakup. And my stepfather decided he wanted to make this place, he wanted to sell it, he couldn't sell it, so he wanted to make it a peaceful place. It's a 3.9 acre property, old clay court, an old pool from 1914. The house is 1757, there's a little carriage house, and there's a barn. In the early 1990s, they built an apartment in the backside of the barn. Fast forward, in 1985, I was a freshman in college and my mom was dating, and she met my stepfather through Single Book Lovers Club, and they had a drink at the Palladium at the Penn campus, and she spilled her tomato juice, and it was love forever. So she moved in with him in 1987. However, the summer after my freshman year, I didn't want to go back to New Jersey, so I said, can I live on Greenwood Farm with your boyfriend? And so Jack let me move in, and I lived on the third floor in one of the rooms, and I waited tables, dinners and lunches, and swam, and he got razzed by his tennis friends, like, oh, you're living with your girlfriend's daughter. And then, fast forward, throughout the years, he rents the third floor apartment where people trudge through the kitchen all the way up to the third floor. My mother didn't like that very much. He also rented out the carriage house, and then when he built the barn apartment, he had that. So he was, trying to be the landlord of this big 3.9 acre property and make it a peaceful place and a nice place to be, because after the divorce, he really just wanted to have a peaceful place. So we've had some really interesting characters over the years. We've had artists rent studios. We've had this guy that worked at QVC that left stuff in the basement, and when we opened it up, we found all this ammunition. And we had the couple on the third floor, and he rode his bike to Bryn Mawr, and he was a beer maker, so they made beer. Then we had the jewelry maker and the pilot that tried to sue him one year because they slipped and fell on the sidewalk. But that was good. They grandfathered in all the apartments as a result of that. So I came back in I would come back over the years after college, and I came back in 2006 from California, lived across from my parents in the extra bedroom for a year, and they said, flee, fly, go. And the barn apartment and the carriage house opened up, and I negotiated rent with my stepdad, and I got a $250 discount, and I moved into the barn apartment. And I lived there since 2007. Fast forward, market crashes, my stepdad he couldn't sell it, but then he decided he really has to sell this place. So he put it on the market in 2014. No one wanted to buy it. It's a beautiful property. It's 3.9 acres, it's historic property. So the developer wanted to break it up into apartments, and he just couldn't see that happening. So he sold it to my sister and brother-in-law and their 3 kids and 2 dogs. And I found out about it the day before Thanksgiving, and I was told that my sister was going to raise my rent $400. And I went crazy for about a month. I had so much anger. I took a baseball bat and I was literally hitting things out in the meadow. And I moved out. I moved out for about 9 months, and then the prodigal daughter came back, and I lived there again with my boyfriend and my cat. And I have a courtyard garden. My mom is 80. My stepdad is 90. My sister, God bless her, still has 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a house. And a house she's trying to sell in Berwyn. Anyone need a house, please let me know. And it's peaceful again. I've let go of my anger. There are lots of quirky people. You know, family's quirky. You gotta deal with it. And I was told by my boyfriend, who absolutely knows my brother-in-law better than me, don't talk to him before noon. He hasn't had his coffee, he's not friendly, he's not gonna say good morning to you. So I'm learning, we're learning, and the place has George Washington's spirit there. It has, he did live there, by the way. I mean, he had his headquarters there in the 1800s or 1700s. And it's just it's a beautiful place with amazing, good vibrations. And I would love to invite everybody to come for a plant workshop, because my mother, who's 80, still plays with plants. And we have a small business together, and we're just loving it. And it's just the most wonderful place to be. Thank you.